Hey y'all, hey y'all, hey. Happy uh, Tuesday. I hope that you are all having a good Tuesday. I hope that you can hear me okay. Again, I have a 7-month-old son today, and he is taking a nap. And so, hoping to get this live done while he is napping. If this is the first time that you're viewing my live, the first time that you are catching a replay of my live and you don't know who I am, my name is Yolanda. I am the crochet designer behind My Pretty Brown Doll, where I do specialize in brown dolls with natural hair and style hairstyles. And then I also run the space My Crochet Life, where I kind of give a behind the scenes look at how I run my crochet business full time because I am fortunate enough that I do still get to do this full time. I'm going to try to make this video quick because, like I said, my baby is napping and we want to try to get this done before he wakes up. I don't know if this is a real nap or not because we were out and about running some errands and he fell asleep in the car. And I don't know if he was asleep because of the car or if it's really his nap. So we're going to try to get this in and done before he wakes up. But thank you guys for joining. Please let me know if you can hear me. Can y'all hear me okay? If you're in the room, let me know if you can hear me okay because I am trying to do this through my earpiece as well. So anyway, week three, we're gonna hop right into it. If you missed week one or week two of me budgeting for my creative business, you can go back and watch those videos. I'll leave a link below. But this is week three review of my budget, um, and things did go pretty well. Thank you, Sandra. Things went pretty well with week three. The two places that I'm really, really focused on, I did good in one of those places and okay in the other. It was definitely low. It's for the one that I've been really, really struggling with. I spent the least amount of money that I have like ever this week. I was like, oh my gosh, that's all I spent. So I was happy about that, but it was still not what I budgeted for. And so we still want to get that under budget. We want to get that under budget. Um, my business expenses again were a bit high, but like I talked about last week, I know why. But I still need to kind of get those under control as well because it's just like things just keep popping up business wise for this other thing that I'm trying to do. And it's just like, okay, I need to be aware that this is going to be an expense so I can plan for it ahead of time because that's what the issue is. It's not the necessarily that I'm having to spend the money, it's that I didn't know that I was going to have to spend the money. So not having a plan or not knowing that, okay, you're going to have to spend this extra money in this place or for this particular expense is kind of what's bothering me about that. So I just need to kind of make note and like really evaluate what it really costs to do what I'm trying to do and what's really needed so that I can be aware and be ready and have the money set aside for those things. So, because business expenses was still like my most expensive thing. Like it was high again, lower than what it's been the other 2 weeks, but still higher than expected. Um, Overall though, the budget went well. I only had to pull $20 out of overflow. So hey, creating with keys. I only had to pull $20 from my overflow, so that's not too bad as far as my budget is concerned. I will say that I don't believe I'm going to do the cash envelope system for like my everyday expenses, like for eating out, groceries, and things like that. I think I'm just going to stick to the envelopes for savings, like challenges that I'm doing, my emergency fund, and like sinking funds like the iPad Pro and things like that. The reason I say that is because I'm just not finding the time within the week to actually pull the money out and stuff the envelopes. The time I'm ready to go to the bank to go get the money, it's like Wednesday, Thursday, and the week is almost over. And I've pretty much spent whatever amount of money I've allocated to it anyway. So it's just like, well, what's the point? So I this week I'm not even gonna worry about trying to get any money out for the cash envelopes. Like I said, not for like eating out and groceries and things like that because again, by the time I get ready to go get it, I've already spent money. Like I've already used my card. Now the good thing about it is, hey Lene, the good thing about it is that I have been able to stay within the budget that I allocated for the most part. So if I'm telling myself I got $30 to eat out for the week, I like I've been coming in like this week I came in under the $30. So that was good. So it's not that I'm not making, even with using the card, I'm still aware of how much money I was telling myself was going to go into the envelope anyway. So I guess that's good. I wanted the envelope system to work for me, but it's just the going to get the money because it's not necessarily just going to the ATM. Like I need certain denominations, like certain bills, and you got to go into the bank to tell them I need 10 ones, 2 5s, um, so yeah. Did you really, Lene? Was it really a need, or was it something that you wanted to do and you spent the $40, or was it like, no, I really really need this? And was there no other way to find the money? Because I found myself doing that too. Like I almost went into my emergency fund to pay for something that it it doesn't need to be paid for, but I really wanted it to be paid for. And but then I went back and I didn't go into my emergency fund mainly because I was just like, you need to find another way to get this money because is this truly an emergency? And so for me, I guess, and same thing for you, we just have to define what an emergency is. Now, if you really needed it, if it was truly an emergency, then don't even feel bad for you. You're like, I wouldn't feel bad if it was a true emergency and I didn't have any other way to get the money that was legal. Then by all means, like I'm not gonna feel bad about that. That was the purpose of the money being saved is to be able to use it when something came up. But if you just used it because it was there and available, then that's what we have to evaluate. And I've been there too and done that. Like I said, I almost did it this week, but I told myself, or last week, but I told myself no. Either you find the money a different way or you just don't get it. And that's what ended up happening. I was just like, you don't need it. Well, see, well then I wouldn't like. I'm not even gonna feel bad about that. And if you exhausted any of it, like you exhausted all the ways that you were gonna be able to get the money, then listen again. I wouldn't feel bad about it if it was a need. That was the purpose for it. What and this is what I do when I feel like ugh, something else came up. Something else came up. I rephrase it and I'm saying, "Ooh, girl, you had the money to pay for that." Like I'm thankful and grateful that I had the money to take care of it. So, for example, earlier, like the around Christmas time, and then right coming into the new year, honey, my brakes and everything was trying to go out on my car. Like I had to get a new battery, brakes, rotors, brake pads, and rotors. Like, and I drive a truck, and it was expensive. It was way more money than I wanted to spend, and especially around Christmas time. And it could have been, oh, woe is me. This was money that I had planned to do something else with. Now I can't do such and such and such and such. Like I could have been super upset. Instead, I told myself, girl, look at you. Got the money to put brake pads, rotors, and buy a new battery. Ooh, me. I got that. And so when I think about it that way, I'm like, girl, yes, okay. Out here making boss moves because there was a time that my car would have just sat because ooh, she wouldn't have been able to get no brakes, no rotors, no battery, no nothing. And so just rephrase the way that you think about it. Be grateful. Listen, your website is still up because you did put the $40 up. And so that's we just have to rethink how we think about it. And so that's just one of the things that like when money comes out, light bill come out, electric bill, spectrum, phone bill, all of those things, I'm grateful that I am able to not only do I have the money, but I have the money because of the work that I do for me. It's not because I clock. And this ain't no shade or nothing towards nobody who's clocking in on somebody's clock. Because by all means, baby, I need a whole bunch of y'all to keep clocking in on them clocks. But I am grateful that I don't have to go in on nobody's clock. That I am able to sustain myself, take care of myself and my son, doing something that I truly enjoy doing and that I want to do and able to do it on my time. So that's my little spiel about that. Do not be down on yourself about spending the $40. Now what we need to do is figure out how can we put up $80 or where can we, create more even more money, or have more money coming in so that, when the next thing pops up, we can do the same thing, pay these bills that need to be paid, or do whatever it is that you want to do. And it's not like, oh my gosh, woe is me type of situation. And vote for right now, for right now, for right now, they know that it's not a permanent situation. And that's what I have to tell myself. Because listen, again, it ain't like I'm over here sitting on, buckets and buckets of money. Because I don't want to give that impression. Because this is not. Um, but I also know that roof over my head, food in my refrigerator. My son got milk. My son got food. We got clothes on our back. He got diapers. I got gas in my car. So, because it's a whole lot of people who don't. It's a whole lot of people who don't. Like they getting up and it's like, huh. Now on the flip side of that, some days I wake up and I'm like, boo, but I've been working real hard and my money is not matching up to the work that I'm doing, and that can be, kind of depressing sometimes. But on the flip side of that, when I feel myself getting into those moments, that's when I remind myself, but you still doing this. But you still exactly, you still doing this. Like it sometimes when I hear people and they're just like, oh, I can't do this, or oh, I got to do this, but then I see them, boo, who paying that bill for that phone that you own? That phone still got service because you would not be able to see me if that phone ain't had no service, or you pulling Wi-Fi from somewhere, like, and even if you had to go to the McDonald's to get the free Wi-Fi, you made it to the McDonald's. Like, I think we forget because I'm gonna go on a long, long rant, and that ain't what this about. Just remember, you got everything you need to create the life you want. It's just about the choices and the decisions we make and how we look at the situation that we're currently in. Um, like I said, boom, this apartment living is not for me. I'm claiming my house. But in the meantime, she is so grateful for this apartment. Like every time I open up the door, I'm like, boo. And like my friend was like, "Why you doing such and such? And you don't plan to stay there because I'm here now. And while I'm here, I'm gonna make this a place that I enjoy coming into. I'm going to make this my home while I'm here now. Do I plan to be here permanently? No. But while I'm here, but we putting fresh flowers in here. I'm putting pictures on the wall. It's going to look the way that I want it to look. When I walk through that door, I want a smile on my face because, baby, I'm home. I'm home. And whether it's where I want to, I know this is not my permanent destination, but I'm here now. And we're going to make the best of where I am now. Like, boo, when I walk, same thing with my car. Boo, listen, is it this little truck I'm driving around in? Ain't the best thing out here. Like you might could hear because even though I got them brakes and rotors changed, I don't think they blew the little dust off. So baby, I'm out here sounding like a school bus when I brake. Cause yeah, you can hear me braking. But baby, she clean. She got gas in her. We treat her real, real nice because she still get me from point A to point B. So just think about that. So anyway, as in regards to my budget went well. main thing that I think will change from here forward is, like I said, I will not be using the cash envelopes for my daily, or not daily, yeah, like for my everyday expenses. We're gonna stick to them for like my emergency fund, my savings challenges, and like my sinking fund. So basically the iPad Pro still has an envelope, the emergency fund still has an envelope, um, and like the big ticket items that I need to pay and take care of, they still have an envelope. But everything else, I'm just gonna keep track of it with the card and make a mental note in my head that, or I'm still gonna like write it down, but really it's just a mental note to myself saying you don't want to go over $30 a week in eating out. I'm actually thinking about changing that to $20 a week because, especially with it being cold, sis don't like the cold, and boo, I'm not going out there. I'm not going outside. And then every time I try to Instacart, well, I still Instacart, DoorDash, and Uber Eats and stuff. I be like, y'all really want me to pay $25 for a sandwich? I cannot. We're gonna eat this food in this house. You got food at home. Eat this food in this house. So that's one of the reasons why been doing better with the eating out, is because sis ain't going nowhere. That's number one. She ain't going outside. And then number two, um, I don't want to pay the extra fees for DoorDash and Uber Eats and stuff like that. Now, that's not to say that I don't ever do it, because there are some days when she just be too tired and she like, boo, Uber Eat me right now. Like, somebody bring me some food because she's hungry. So we still gonna budget for those moments. But like I said, overall the budget went really, really well. The other thing though that I did want to talk about on this live is how I actually do make money in my creative business. Because I know when you say, like, so for me, my creative business mainly consists of my pretty brown doll, like the crochet. And so to say that I'm a doll designer and I make money from designing and making crochet dolls, it gives the implication that that's pretty much all I do. Like, oh, I make and sell my finished work. And that is not true. And especially this year, it's really not true because I no longer take custom orders. So any dolls that I make and sell will be dolls that I just concepts and ideas that I had in my head, and they'll be ready to ship dolls. But the other way, my other main source of income, other than outside of making and selling the finished crochet dolls, for me is patterns. And so I make the bulk of my money from pattern sales. And I sell my patterns on Etsy. I know people go back and forth about whether or not they should have an Etsy shop or not. I do have one. I've been one of those people who has went back and forth about having an Etsy shop. Like, I've closed my Etsy shop and then opened it back up, closed it again, and then opened it back up. And I came to the conclusion to go ahead and keep it, mainly for pattern sales. And I also sell like branded merchandise and things like that. So I use Etsy for low ticket items. I Even when I was taking custom orders, I did not sell custom doll designs via Etsy. And that's mainly because they don't have enough customization options. Like, so for someone to come in and choose all the things that they wanted on a doll, they would have to send me a message, and then it would be a whole lot of back and forth, and I didn't want that. So no custom dolls are done on Etsy. And then um versus and yeah, so I I ended up sticking with Etsy because I did try to do the Shopify. Now, for me, what I found is, like, specifically for patterns. This is what made me stick with Etsy. Now, a long time ago, Etsy used to not be like this. It used to be when you sold a pattern on Etsy, I used to have to literally go in, email the person would have to send me their email address, and you used to have to email the pattern out to the person. I don't know when it changed, and Etsy finally got the ability to store your pattern. Like, they got enough stores to store it, and then they would just, give the person access to the download. But when that happened, that changed the game for Etsy for me, particularly for pattern sales. Because, like I said, it used to be you would sell a pattern and you would have to get the person's email and then email the pattern to them, and it was N- You know, um, at that time I wasn't getting hundreds of pattern sales, so it didn't really matter. But when your pattern sales get up in the numbers, it's kind of like, "Ooh, I'm not. Let me see here, email these people." But the reason I decided to stick with Etsy, one, not only because they automatically download it, but they store it. It's just easy for people to get to. People know Etsy, they trust Etsy, they're on Etsy. Now that's not to say, because I hear people when they're like, "Well, I was on Etsy and I didn't get a single customer." If you are not doing your tags, and because Etsy has like its own search engine within Etsy, and there is like, you do have to understand their algorithm and understand their tagging system and how people are searching for things on Etsy so that you actually pop up in the search. Because if you don't, it's very easy to get lost in the sea of all the things, and so you have to be mindful of that part. And then, of course, I drive my own traffic to Etsy as well. The downside of that, of course, is when people purchase from Etsy, they rarely say that they purchase from a specific person or the name of that person's company. So I rarely hear people like, "Oh, I purchased that pattern from My Pretty Brown Doll on Etsy." When you ask them, "Oh, where did you get the pattern from?" They'll say, "Oh, I got it from Etsy." And so you have to deal with that, versus if you have your own website, they can say, "I got it from myprettybrowndoll.com," or "I got," whatever your shop is called. So that is something to think about. Like I said, I stuck with Etsy because of the ability to have the instant download, and it was just easier. Like, they just trusted Etsy, and it was just easier for it to go that route. I've tried other things to send out patterns and stuff, like, and I do still use one of them or a couple of them. So I do also use Send Owl. If you pre-ordered my previous pattern, or the not previous, my newest pattern, um, if you pre-ordered that, then you knew that it became difficult, because what was happening is people pre-ordered, right? And then when I got ready to send the pattern out on the day that it was released, I think it was like the 8th or something like that, people didn't realize that it was coming from Send Owl. And so people was like, they were looking for an email specifically from me. And when that did not happen, I got a whole bunch of emails from people saying, "I didn't get it. Did you send it?" Blah, 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 blah. And it became, so now I got to resend because they deleted the email because they thought it was spam or things like that. Versus when Etsy sends it, it's Etsy, you trust Etsy, so you're going to open it and get it. And so I don't have as many people saying, "Oh, I didn't get the pattern," when I'm using Etsy versus when I'm using like Send Owl. Um, like I said, it's because people don't recognize it, they end up deleting it. Or like, Send Owl has a limit on the number of times you can download it. And so if they reach that limit, which I don't understand why people download stuff and don't save it. I will never understand it, because I'm one of those people. When I download, first thing we do, but honey, save, because I need this. Like, I don't want to have to go back and search for the email again. But I realized when I was using Send Out, the number of people who download stuff and don't save it. Like, do y'all really go to the download button every time? Because I was just like, this is weird. Like, why would you not save this if you plan to use it? That I don't know. I just don't understand it. So anyway, but SendOwl has a limit on the number of downloads you can do, and once they reach that limit, now you back in my inbox talking about, "Oh, it won't let me download it anymore." Well, boo, you done downloaded it 25 times. How many times do you need to download it before you hit the damn save button? Like, just save it. It's yours. Save it. Etsy doesn't have that problem, because as long as I have my shop open, and that's a little glitch with that, as long as I keep my shop open, you will always see it in your purchases, and you will be able to download it as many times as you want. But I just still think that's weird that y'all be out here downloading stuff and not saving it. that's just my 2 cents on that. Like if you're gonna download it, please hit the save button. So that is again another reason that I stayed with Etsy because just for the ease of use, particularly for pattern sales. Now, like I said, I do sell my lower ticket items on Etsy as well, so like my branded merchandise, and I do that 2 different ways. So I do some of the merchandise in house where you order it and I have it and then I ship it to you. So for example, cute little like the Mia affirmation mug. Like so, if you order this tumbler, this is something that I make in house. So I make the tumbler in house and then I just ship it to you. But if you order something like a My Pretty Brown Doll little pouch, these are actually done by third party for me, and so they will ship it to you for me. So when you order it, the order I see the order, but the order actually goes to a third party printing company. The third party printing company prints the pouch. They send you the pouch, and and then they just send me my money. I don't have nothing else to do with it. So those are the 2 ways I do it. Now, here's the cool thing about Etsy. Etsy allows you to connect your third party printer, or they call them partners, your third party partner right to Etsy. And so it just makes it easier because, like I said, it's when the order comes in, I see it, but that order goes to the third party printer without me having to do any additional work. Like I don't have to do anything else for this to go to the third party printer unless you tell me, oh, the address was wrong or you wanted a different color or something like that. Then I have to go in and try to stop the order and get it redone. But other than that, as long as everything is right, I, honey, you're gonna get the pouch in the mail, and I get notification that it's shipped. But again, I didn't have to touch this. I didn't have to do anything with it, and they just send me my part of the funds, like they deduct their fee, and then just send me the money for it. So things like that, I also sell on Etsy. The reason I do my lower ticket price items on Etsy as well is because again, if you're in my shop already because you enjoy my patterns and things like that, then this this is just easy for me to have in Etsy. So if you want to support my pretty brown doll in that way, it's just easier for me to have it there. Again, I try to sell these things via my own website, and it's just a matter of driving traffic there. Now, you would think, well, don't you drive traffic for My Pretty Brown Doll when they want to do the custom dolls? I do, but when I do that, there, like even when I did the custom dolls, because there was just a certain period of time that the slots were open, it was myprettybrowndoll.com/custom doll. So it wasn't like you're going to my website and clicking shop, or you're going to my website and trying to figure out where to go. There's a very specific link that you go to, and that's all you're going to see is the information that you need for the custom doll. You don't see anything else. And so again, it's not like people are on my website like browsing, and so they yeah, it doesn't work. Versus when I send them to Etsy, they browse Etsy for patterns or for merchandise like this, and it just makes it easy for me. So, but so when we're talking about how do I make money, number one way used to be custom dolls. Now I ain't, custom dolls used to be my bread and butter. Like that was the bulk of my income. And you might be thinking, well, why would you stop taking custom dolls if it's the your bulk of your money? Because it also was the bulk of my time. And we know time is also money. But being a mama at 42, baby, I ain't got time. Just go tell the truth. Y'all sat out here and let me have a whole baby at 42 years old. She ain't got time to be making no custom dolls. That's just that. So yeah, we had to let that go because I was just like, when, when. So yeah. So that's why the custom dolls had to stop. But that means that now I have to look at other ways to make up that money. I got to figure out, well, where you gonna get that money from now if you're not making the custom dolls. So we talk about custom, so you can sell your finished product. That is definitely a way to make money. Um, you can. I'm blaming y'all forever and ever and ever and ever. Okay, this y'all out here made me have a baby at 42. Or should I say, let me have a baby? I ain't even gonna say maybe. Let me have a baby at 42. Um, And so then the other way is, like I said, is pattern sales. Third way, I do also offer course, I guess you say workshops, courses, tutorials, whatever you want to call. I've called them all those things. I've called it workshop. I've called it a tutorial. I've called it a class. But I do those things where I teach what I know or teach you how to do a thing the way that I know how to do it, and I charge a fee for that. And so that is another way that I make money in my business. The cool thing about that is, just like with the pattern sales, I only had to teach the course once because of the way I did it. I only had to teach the course once, and then I'm able to resell those courses, classes, workshops, tutorials, again, whatever you want to call them, over and over and over again without having to do any additional work. And so, again, another way. So because a lot of times people come to me and they're like, well, I don't really know how to make a pattern, or I really don't want to do patterns. And when they come to me, I'm like, so what can you teach somebody else how to do? And then I hear people saying, well, I don't really know how to teach this, or I don't, there's a way to finesse it, because I'm not. That's why I say that I teach what I know. And I told y'all he won't gonna make it through the whole nap. Hold on, y'all. Let me go get the baby that y'all let me have. Y'all look at this couch. You okay? You okay? You woke up? Your nap is over? Look, you wanna come say hi? You wanna say hi? Or you wanna burp? So here's this baby that y'all let me have at 42. Say hi, Jordan. Say hi to the people, Jordan. Oh, you want this bottle? Is that what you want? No? Okay. So we're gonna try to finish this up, wrap this up with with Baby J. What am trembling for? Oh my goodness. Okay, so we had custom dolls or custom fit selling what you make. We have patterns. We have branded material. So whatever your branded material is, we can. I got tumblers. I got tote bags. I've done lapel pins, or like the little pinback pins. What else have I done? T-shirts. Um, what else have I done as far as branded material? The branded material is almost endless. If you can figure out how to put, it's, and when I say branded, it doesn't necessarily have to be your exact name of your business, but if it fits into your aesthetic, you can definitely figure out a way to add that as an item that you offer to your customers. And then, like I said, I do also teach what I know. And what I was saying about that is, it doesn't necessarily have to be, um, yeah, you should have came and crashed alive. It doesn't necessarily have to be the way that everybody else does it, because I think that's what people get hung up on. They're like, oh, well, I got to do it this way because that's the way everybody else does it. I believe I was one of the. I'm not gonna. I know I wasn't the first because I actually got the idea from someone else. Um, so if I have some bags, can you put my logo and name on a bag? So Kita, for my bags, I do a third party company. I use Prepful for the bags. Now if you want it on a tumbler, I got you. Um, or something like, something like a note, because I do notebooks as well. I don't have any to show, but I can do a tumbler, I can do notebooks, I can do stickers. But the tote bags, the reason I don't do the bags and stuff like that is because Getting the bags wholesale, like the blank wholesale bags, is a little bit more expensive. I guess because of the shortage of things and stuff, they're quite expensive versus going through the third party printing company. Like I make more money off the bags just going through the third party printing company than I would if I got the bags myself and made them. So check out Printful to do tote bags, pouches, and things like that with your logo. But if you want anything else, like a tumbler or sticker or anything like that, she got you. But back to the courses and things like that, what I was saying is that you don't necessarily have to do it the way that everybody else does. I know I was among the first people because, like I said, I did see someone else doing it, and I was like, "Ooh, let me see how this would work for me." So I still didn't do it exactly the way that they were doing it. I adopted it to my style, and yeah, was one of the few people who was offering classes and courses through Facebook and paid. And now Facebook allows you to do paid events. Like you can actually go in and set up a paid event on Facebook. I haven't used that feature yet, um, but that's something else to look at if you are looking at wanting to do to teach a class. Or and again, this is just teaching how you do a thing. It does not have to be like specific, like, oh, this is the way you should do it. I always use the disclaimer of this is how I do this. I'm not telling you that my way is the best way or the only way. But if you want to know how I do something, then you're going to this is the class that you pay for to get that information. And so you can definitely offer your skills in that way. The other thing for me, I also do consults. Again, this is just sharing your knowledge in a way that works for other people. It's not for everybody, like, because people are just like, well, who am I? Because, who am I to tell? Well, boo, if I don't know how to do something and I want to know how to do that thing and you know how to do it, and you show me that you know how to do it, I'm gonna pay you to show me. Like huh? And I know people will be like, oh, well, Google will show you or what again. So there are two things about the Google situation or the YouTube University, because I'm not against either one. I done been to YouTube University. I am the queen of let me go look something up. But again, time is money. When I don't have time, when I don't have time, I'm going to pay you. If you can prove if you can show me, listen, boo, I can show you how to do this right now. Here go my money. Thank you. Appreciate it. Because I do not have time to stream 50,000 YouTube videos trying to figure out which way is the way that works best for me. You see what I'm saying? Yeah, and see that's what I'm saying. We don't pick my brain for free. I'm sorry. Like, will I answer general questions like this information I'm giving you right now? Giving it to you for the free 99 because oh, you can apply it however you choose to. But what I'm telling you is that when when we sit down and really think about it, because it becomes this thing like, is this a value to me? Like, how value? And for me, my time is so valuable that yes, I will pay you to come teach me, show me, do this thing for me because that's how much I value my time. My time, not even your time. I value it so much that yes, I know YouTube is available, but I just don't have the time to be on YouTube for 2 or 3 hours because I ain't gonna lie, I've done that before. Been on YouTube, had to go look at like 4 different YouTube videos before I figured out like, okay, oh, this is the way that I want to do this. This is the way that I want to do this. Instead, and you know, instead of just going to the source who did it the way that I wanted to do it and just saying, but what you charge to show me how to do this. I recently, like 2 days ago, I was looking at something. The person was charging $20 for her tutorial. Now, truth or love, I did not think that her tutorial was worth $20. I just did not think the thing that she was teaching was worth $20 until I did a search of how to do the thing that she was doing, and then I ran to it for $20. Because boo, like when I say like 200 different templates came up for what she was doing, and I was like, oh my God, so I got to search through all these templates to find the one that's gonna work for me. Like what? And she already got the one that I know I want. Like this is the one I want. She just showed it to me. I just seen her use it. It's exactly what I want. But in my when I saw it and I saw her price that she had attached to it, initially the $20 wasn't worth it for me. Like I was just like, oh boo, huh? Hold on. $20. I was like, let me do a quick search and see because somebody else got to have it available. And they did. Like 200, 300, 400, 500, 600 other people had it. And did they have it for less than what she did? Absolutely. I found it for as low as $3.99, but it wasn't exactly what she was doing. It wasn't exactly what she was doing. And so because I wanted her exact template, I had to run sis her $20. And so all I'm saying to you is these are ways for you to make money in your creative business without just selling the thing that you make. Last but not least, the other way that I make money in my creative business, because do y'all see all the different ways that I've listed already that I make money in my creative business? This is not a one and done type of thing. Like when people come to me and like, oh, I want to make money from my crochet, I immediately tell them, boo, to do what? You want to make enough money to buy more yarn? You want to make enough money to make a car payment? You want to make enough money to make a house payment? Or do you want to make enough money to cover all your expenses? Because if you're trying to make this full time, there's no way. Again, I said this last week, and I'm not going to say there's no way. I told y'all the two ways that y'all could do it if you want to only make money from what you sell. And you're going to have to go watch last week's video to know them two ways. But if you are looking to do this full time and you don't want to have to stress yourself out, you don't want to have to take the joy out of making, then you're going to have to add these other, you can call them streams of income, other resources to your business. And so, last but not least, I do also do affiliate sales. The affiliate sales is at the moment my least amount of money because I don't do it as well or as often as I should. But with the affiliate sales, this is basically me recommending a product or service that I have used because I only believe in recommending products and services that I actually have used. Um, and when you go and purchase that product or service, I receive a small percentage of whatever you paid for the product or service. It doesn't change the price that you pay. It doesn't affect the product that you get. They just send me a small percentage for sending them a customer. So like I'm an Amazon affiliate. And if you ask me, Yolanda, where do you get your boxes to ship your doll? I order my boxes off of Amazon. It takes me the same amount of time to send you the link to the boxes from Amazon directly or to send you my affiliate link. Regardless of which one I send you, it took me the same amount of time to send you the link. Why wouldn't I send you my affiliate link? Like, why would I not send you my affiliate link if I'm going to send you the link? So if you ask me, where did I get my boxes? And I send you a link for where I got my boxes, it's an affiliate link. And like I said, I'm going to earn a small percentage. And when I say small, I mean pennies on the dollar for you purchasing the boxes through my link. And the way Amazon works for you purchasing anything, doesn't even have to be the boxes. If you click on that link and then go decide to purchase something else, I'm still going to receive a small percentage of that sale because that's the way Amazon does theirs. I also have a Lion Brand affiliate, a Joann's affiliate. I'm affiliate with different places because I use Share Sale for some affiliate links. And like I said, I don't earn bukus of money from my affiliate sales. There are people who do because there are people who do this really, really, really well. And those pennies on the dollar add up. They add up. And like I said, it takes me the same amount of time to recommend a product that I would normally recommend anyway, or send you a link to a product that I was gonna send you a link. Same amount of time to send you the regular link than it does to send you my affiliate link. So those are like right now the main sources or the main ways that I earn money from my creative biz or how I earn money in my creative business. There are other avenues that I'm trying to add as well, YouTube being one of them. I used to earn money from YouTube till they changed their requirements. And so, but just gonna get that back. I'm claiming that by June of this year, I will be monetized again with YouTube. Um, Recently I found out that Facebook and Instagram also are paying creators. Right now that is by invite only. So I don't know all the qualifications for that. I know with Facebook, which I did not know, Facebook has reels just like Instagram does. Did y'all know this and didn't tell me? Did y'all know Facebook had reels and just didn't share that with us? Because I just found out that Facebook has reels. And so if you have a business page on Facebook or a group on Facebook, go look right underneath where it says create a post. You might see reels there. If you do, I highly recommend you to start using the reels on Facebook, um, because you just might get that invite to go ahead and start earning the bonus for the reels. And the bonus is significant. I don't know where they got this money from to be paying these people, but significant amount of money for doing Facebook Reels. But like I said, it is invite only, and so if you do have that feature on Facebook, I highly recommend that you start using it. Um, but that's it. That's the like I said, there are all these different ways that I make money in my business to make this work for me. You don't have to do all of them. I definitely recommend that you add at least one of them. You should add at least one additional way of how you make money in your business, whether that be YouTube, whether that be affiliate sales, whether you start making patterns, whether you start, teaching. Add a different source of making money in your creative biz that does not necessarily require you to make or do anything. All right, folks, we're gonna go because this baby that y'all let me have, yeah, I y'all enjoy the rest of your day. Thank you for checking in with me on this Tuesday. If you're watching this on the replay, thank you. Next time we're gonna try to get it in before his nap is over. But I appreciate y'all sticking with me. If you have any questions about anything, feel free to leave it in the comments. Um, anyway, and he is so giving me the side eye. Anyway, y'all enjoy the rest of your day. And I will see y'all back here next week. Bye. You too. Thank you for joining.